Welcome to Desert Island Tim's. My guest today is my good friend Dermot, aka Dermot67 from Twitter. It's good to have you here. How are you?
I'm very well, Billy. It's taken a while for us to get round here, but we're here at last.
So, what was life like growing up for you?
Well, Billy, I grew up in the West End of Glasgow, and I wouldn't say we were a dysfunctional family, but we were different. My mother left my father when we were young, and then she married again, and various things happened. But during all this, we moved to Edinburgh for a year, and to be quite honest, that was a year out of my life. Maybe it was just unfortunate the area we landed in Edinburgh, but it was a year out of my life. Then my stepfather, he was an engineer, he got a job out in Zambia in the copper mines. That was a real expedition, going to Africa, young man, and out there, totally new to me. So we got there, and it was exciting at first, seeing all the different things, and damn good weather. The weather was superb. Then the horrendous thing happened. I had to go to boarding school, and I had to go to Rhodesia, which is now Zimbabwe to a lot of people. Now, people have heard stories about boarding schools, etc., and things. And I can assure you, as being a victim, yes, they do happen. And I'm not looking for sympathy in any way, but I feel sorry for the people and the things that have been happening and are coming out more and more. Yes, it does happen, but that was all a learning tangent. And one of the things I really found strange about going to school in Rhodesia was encountering real racism firsthand. When you're a young man and you go there and you go into the main town, Bulawayo, and you see toilets marked for white people and black people, which I'd never encountered that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. It's an eye-opener, and you can't grasp why this is happening. But then we left there and we came back to Glasgow. We stayed with my uncle for a while, and then I went on my own way and various things, and well, I just worked and got married, and now I've got children and grandchildren, and I know I don't look old enough to be a grandfather. But I've met a lot of really nice people. I'll include you in that as well, Billy. But I also met people that maybe not so nice, like that Brogan. He's been the bane of my life for years. I'm glad I'm on here, I can actually get a bit of revenge on him. But no, Brogan's been good to me. He's alright, he's not the worst guy in the world. But what I have met recently is a lot of smashing people, and it's particularly through Twitter. I mean, and I'm jealous of a lot of them. I'm jealous of see the guys that can blog and people that can play instruments, musical instruments. I'm jealous of these and I wish I could do it. I really wish I could sit, but I just don't have the technical knowledge to go on the computer and do it. An iPad to me is my limit. I can Google something, that's my limit.
Well, your first song, what would that be?
My first song will be Fat Larry's band, Zoom. And the reason I picked that was I met my wife in a disco in Partick called Cinders, and when she first encountered me, I wasn't being a very nice chap, I have to say. I'd been mocking how will we say this, a lady that was slightly large, and by God, my wife tore through me. She just went through me like a dose of salt for being so rude, and she was quite right, which was quite right. I should never have been doing what I was doing, but we just fell for each other. And that song, and when we got married, we played that song at our wedding as well. So it's a great song. A lot of people don't like it, think it's kind of corny and stuff, but it's got good memories for me.
Mm-hmm. So what is it?
Fat Larry's band, Zoom.
That was Zoom by Fat Larry's band. Right, Dermot, I know you're a political person. Could you give us a wee insight into what your politics are?
An insight, I always was left, and I was Labour left, but recently now the Labour Party have just I don't know, they've let me down big time. I'd like to see more of a socialist. If Scotland becomes independent, I would like to see a socialist Scotland. I don't think that we could live under this is just my opinion, of course, couldn't live under the likes of Salmon's coming away with these That's just, but as I say, it's personal, right? And maybe I'm just biased because I'm not very keen on the man himself, but I just don't like his politics. I don't like his attitude. But I've always been to the left. I've been a union rep. I've been in the railway most of my working days. But yeah, I'll always be left. And one of the things that gets to me is we have governments in here just now, and one of my pet hates is homelessness. And I can't understand how, with all the money, they can spend money on weapons, etc. and things, and they can't take people off the street and give them a home. And children in Scotland are starving. And that just doesn't make sense to me. Where this money that can be squandered in things that people don't want. They don't want war. Well, majority of people don't want war. But I just hate the idea. Hate's a terrible word to use. I loathe the idea that people are living in the streets in Glasgow, which is meant to be a progressive city, and not just Glasgow. I see it because I work away from home quite a lot, and I see it in other cities as well, and I really abhor it. And I don't know. That really is one of my things. And starving kids. Why have we got starving kids in Glasgow? Somebody tell me this. I can't get my head around it. It's just, there's no need for it. We have the money there. So just money is wasted in other things. And another thing that kind of frightens me, we seem to have a right-wing thing growing here now. We've got the SDL and the EDL, and it's all frightening. I mean, I've always hold anti-fascist views, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very anti-fascist. But I can see Europe, I can see it kind of creeping back in again. The young people, I mean, going to Celtic Park, and we have the Green Brigade who stand there, and they're great with their anti-fascist attitude, and with their anti-fascist outlook, other clubs look at that as well, and it promotes it in other places. That's it. But that's me. I'm very left-wing, but not communist.
Your second song
is Bella Ciao. It's by the Red Choir, a Russian choir. I find it a very stirring song, but the song is about a partisan who goes in, and when he dies, he wants to be buried in the woods, and there'll be a flower will grow there, and when the people pass the flower, they'll see that that's where the partisan who'd fought against the fascist regime will be buried. And I think it's very, very moving. It's very touching. It just kind of sums up the anti-fascist thing. It means, Bella Ciao means beautiful goodbye.
Who were your influences and heroes?
My heroes would be political, predominantly political. I'm also very, very sceptical about things. Some people make me say I'm a conspiracy theorist, right? And I probably am. And one of my heroes was, even though I was very young at the time, was Kennedy. And his assassination is always, and I've looked into it and I've read, and we'll never get to the bottom, because the government will never release the American government will never release the actual truth.
Aye.
And I feel really sorry for that young chap, and he's had to take refuge in Russia, Edward Snowden, because he is now going to be separated for his family just for telling the truth. And it seems nowadays that nobody's allowed to tell the truth. Our governments will never tell you the truth. So I would probably say that the young man Snowden is now in there with my heroes, and along with Julian Assange, these people have stood up to governments. But you're not allowed to stand up to governments. Yeah, they're my heroes. Football heroes, I suppose I'd have to go for Jimmy Johnson, but one that will probably surprise a lot of people would be Peter Grant. Yes, never the greatest player in the world, never be a world beater, but he gave everything for that Celtic jumper. He was there, and my best memory was him playing with in the Scottish Cup final, and I think I must have been the only ever man of the match he picked up when we beat Airdrie. But yeah, Peter Grant would be people think maybe we even named my son Peter after him. But I don't know.
Your third song?
Next song is a song, Wake Up Everybody by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Firstly, I liked the lead singer's voice. It's a guy called Teddy Pendergrass. And by all accounts, reading into Harold Melvin, there was never a Harold Melvin. No. It was just a name. I may be wrong, but anyway, so and the Wake Up Everybody is a song, it's about people being educated and helping other people, and it tells you in the song, just wake up everybody. You've got to see what's going on around about you. Help other people. The old people need to be looked after. The young people need to be educated properly. Politicians just tell the truth instead of lying to people and trying to rob the poor. Politicians are taking money off the poor people, and avoiding all the rich people are still coining it.
So this is
Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Wake Up Everybody. Great song. Listen to the words carefully in this one.
That was Wake Up Everybody by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. What are your earliest memories of going to Celtic Park?
My earliest memories of going to Celtic Park, Billy, are going with my first trip to Celtic Park was on the day of my communion. My dad taking me and getting a lift over. I think we played St Mirren that day and we thrashed them, so we were getting a lift over, sent down to the front of the Celtic end, and all the older chaps were up the back having a wee swally. And I always remember the guy walking round the front with a tray selling the macaroon bars or whatever and stuff, and saying, and that was an ambition of mine. I want to do that. I could do that. But anyway, I've not really improved much. I've just ended up in the railway. So Celtic Park has always been. And then I went away to Africa and I missed Celtic. And I remember I was playing in a football match out there. I used to play for the local. I was not a bad football player, and I played for the local team, the Calalushi Modern Stars they were called. And I remember there was a guy out there that used to coach. Ian was his name. I can't remember his second name. And I remember going to the park one day, and he was just as I was going past him, he said, he had a very nasal voice, and it always sticks with me. He said, come on, Dermot, think you're doing it for the Rangers? And I went, what? But then on the Saturday we used to go down to the miners club, and we used to listen to the football on the radio, and I used to ask, what's the Celtic score? And I found out I was pretty much on my own there as a teenager. But Celtic, and then I came back from Africa, and then I took up my love of Celtic again and fitted into the jungle. Then I got involved with certain core of Celtic fans that maybe I shouldn't have. But there's wee Sniper will know, he'll tell you, rolling about, we've done the rolling about bit. But Celtic, and now this season I managed to I got a wee bit of money, and I've treated myself just for this season, like I hasten to add, and I've moved into now don't laugh everybody, I've moved into the padded seats just for one season. But see the free pies at half time? Oh, if I don't get 3, there's a question. I love Celtic, I love everything Celtic stands for. I love their ethos, and a wee bit out of love with them just now because of what's happening with the Green Brigade. I think the Green Brigade have been a boon to Celtic. I know everybody doesn't agree with them, but I think talking to the Green Brigade, and it's political, so politics you've got to give and take a wee bit. So I think maybe we should see both sides meeting up, and there should be a regular face from the Green Brigade and a regular face from Celtic, and they should meet every so often and say, well, we'd rather you didn't do this, or can we do this, and come to an understanding that the fans will appreciate it. Because I mean, these displays that the Green Brigade have put on in the past, some of them are superb. I mean, other clubs must be jealous with this, especially the Barcelona one, which is a bane of my life, because Celtic made money out of that. And I don't think they put any money back into the Green Brigade doing that. And what a display that was that night. Absolutely fantastic. And the boys and girls of the Green Brigade work hard to get these displays done. And think Celtic should show a bit of appreciation. Yes, okay, they've been naughty, right? We all fall out with the family. But you don't have to when you fall out with your kids, you don't have to throw them out the house. You give them into trouble. And Celtic seem to have thrown them out the house a wee bit.
Your fourth song.
Right, my next song is Labby Sifri, Something Inside. And I think there's a yet again, I hate to keep going back to this, It's political again, and I'll just keep it to saying it's political. There is connotations in it, and you can read into them yourselves what you want. It doesn't take a genius to work it out. So it's Something Inside So Strong by Labby Sifry.
That was Something Inside by Labby Sifry. I know I'm going to regret asking this question, but Dermot, what irritates you?
Oh, loads, Billy. Absolute loads. I could go on all day. I listened to various guys on this show and tells you there was one that actually let Bruce Forsyth irritate him. Now, come on, Bruce is a lovely man. How could we? You know, I mean, that man that came away with that one must have been on drink or drugs or something. We all love Bruce. Anyway, what irritates me? Well, as I've said before, homelessness and politicians, they really irritate me. But there's funny things that irritate me. Do you know? I mean, there's a guy who puts videos out, bullying away. It irritates me because he doesn't put enough out. I just don't think he's working hard enough to do it. And then he's got a radio show. Could have had more guests on by now, surely, because he's a popular chap. But loads of other things irritate me. It's my lack of having money irritates me. I don't know, can't go for a pint. My wife, she's always telling me, nah, you're not going out. That irritates me. I don't know if it's her that's irritating me or I'm irritating her, but 31 years married, 32 actually. Gee whiz, I could have done murder and a bank robbery and I'd have been out by now. But anyway, she's put up with a lot. And I think it's not things that irritate me. I think it's me that irritates people, Billy. Do you know, I'm very irritating. My wee short tempers and stuff. And of course, if I don't take my fluoxetine in the morning, I'm the grumpiest guy out for the day. Because, as you know, Billy, I suffer from depression. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but I do. And that's a thing I'd like to talk about, is someday maybe have a show and we could talk about things like that. Mm-hmm. You know, that'd be an interesting thing, because it's west of Scotland, they've got the attitude. And that, well, really, actually, this is quite irritating, because depression in the west of Scotland is looked as, just go on with it, you'll be fine in the morning. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Go over it. But I think that has handed down from people's dads and mums. Oh, you'll be over it. Get a clip around the head and go on with it. But depression could be a terrible thing, but I'm not going to. That's another story.
Your fifth song?
It's Virginia Plain by Roxy Music, and it's simply because I like the song. Uh-huh. I've liked it. In fact, when I said earlier on about my year of hell in Edinburgh where I lived, that song helped me get through it, because that's where I heard it first. Mm-hmm. And Roxy Music have always been, because I'm a trendy dresser like Brian Ferry, and I've got the same swarthy looks as Brian. So yes, Virginia Plain, Roxy Music, that's my next song.
How do you relax?
Fishing, Billy. Mm-hmm. I just go fishing. My son and I are prolific fishermen, and I go and we go to various places. We don't do the salmon trout thing very much. I tend to be more of a coarse angler for carp and perch and stuff, like in the canals, and there's various fisheries. But I like to go, get the seat down, get the headphones in, and just wait. And when you're fishing, if you've got something in your mind, it gives you time to sort things out in your head. Mm-hmm. You're sitting there, and sometimes the fish can be a pest if you're catching them, because they get in the way of your thinking. But fishing's superb. I recommend it to more people. I really think it's a thing you should do. And relaxing, well, obviously you meant to go to football to relax, but unfortunately I don't. I'm out my seat. Don't tell Peter Lawler said that, but I'm out my seat quite a lot, and probably a bit of lateral movement, shouting and bawling. I get too involved. I think maybe because I was a wee bit of a player, I tend to. Sometimes it's just rubbish, I suppose. But I like to relax, and especially now that I'm in that special bit for the season, I can relax with my wee bottle of beer at half time. You know what I mean? Like.
That takes us on to your next song. Is this your fishing song?
Yes, it very much is. So Stephen Bishop, On and On. I recommend anybody to go out and buy the album Careless by Stephen Bishop, and it was released in about 1978, and it was my brother that put me onto it, and it's a great album. chill out album, and it's really good. Yes, On and On by Stephen Bishop, a great song. That's the best way I'll describe it.
That was On and On by Stephen Bishop. So what does the future hold for Dermot?
Dermot's future will be, well, I'm now 55, and I must admit I'm looking forward to retirement. But I have my son, who's 18, and my daughter, who's, I'll not say her age because she'll just take the huff, who has 2 grandchildren, and no doubt I'll probably find that I'll be either fishing and looking after grandchildren. But what I want to do, my future is, I'd like to travel. I'd like to travel and see a lot more of things that I haven't done. I've given the railway 30 odd years of my best, so I think maybe a bit of travelling, because I'll get free travel through Europe with the railway when I retire. So yeah, I'd like to take Helen about and show her lots of places that you talk about going to, but you never actually, you say, oh, I'd like to go there, but you never go. You just say, I'm going to go there. Tend to jump in the plane, go somewhere sunny, and just lie in a sunbed for 2 weeks. But no, I'd like to go and look at places, and I'd like to go and see Russia. I'd like to go and see the Red Square, etc., all the things that the old Russia stood for. You know, America, I've been there. I was Florida, but I'd like to go to America as well and go into the cities of America and see. I've been to Detroit. Now, Detroit was interesting. Now the Detroit's went bankrupt.
That's right.
And when we were there, we were looking at some of the houses that were lying empty. They were stunning houses, and how they've been allowed to just left to deteriorate to such a stage. But I don't know if New York appeals to me. You know, that's just a big shopping centre as far as I'm concerned. But I'd like to go and see the outlying place. Australia doesn't appeal to me in the slightest.
Right.
I've never had an urge to go to Australia. I'd like to go back to, in my future, I promised Peter that I would take him out to Zambia just to go fishing though. That's a wee thing for the future I'd like to, but it's going to cost a fortune, so if he doesn't get a job soon, then we'll be going nowhere. But my future is, I just want to spend the future with my family and my wife, and going to see Celtic and fishing. That's really it. And retire. I'd like to retire, but I funny think if I retire I might miss it. I think people die to retire, and then when it does come, they go like that. What am I going to do now?
Yeah.
Wake up. Because I was off work there for a while, as you know, Billy. For a while, I was 7 months. I was off. Could only take so much of Jeremy Kyle, you know. Jeremy Kyle, the first thing in the morning is not what you want to wake up to. But my future, I'd like to just retire, have my family around me, and friends. I've got 2 really special friends, Joe and Claire, and they have not had it easy, and I would like to spend a lot more time with that couple. I really can't go into what their situation is, but I'd like to spend more time with those 2. And my family, I'm not very close. I'm not really close to my brother, but I should maybe get closer to him. And the rest of my family, but we're not a dysfunctional family. But no, I've got them. My future, I'd like to spend more time with them, and maybe bring us all a wee bit closer together. We've got family all over. We've got family strewn all over the place in different corners of the world. I don't know why we have corners of the world when the world's round, but anyway. I'd like to, like a big family reunion in the future, get something just so one more last final bonding, and that would be, I think that would be quite a good future, just to see everybody and go, right, we've done it. I don't think I could make it a regular thing, because we just end up falling out with each other.
Brilliant. Your penultimate song?
It's Aretha Franklin and George Michael, and another reason just for picking this song is the combination of 2 brilliant voices. I mean, Aretha Franklin alone, as well as you with a musical background, Billy, would fully appreciate Aretha Franklin, and George Michael just, I think, is superb as well. I mean, that's That was the reason I picked it. That was the only reason I picked it. It's just a great, great song, and it's well done. And the way it was produced, actually, it was, one was in America and the other one was in Britain, and they did it transatlantic, across the Atlantic. And I think it was very clever. For me being a technophobe, I mean, I appreciate it even more. But yeah, Aretha Franklin and George Michael, I Knew You Were Waiting For Me. Brilliant song.
Right, we've come to the part of the programme where I give you the complete works of the dandy and a copy of the Bible to take with you to your island. Would you like a copy of the Bible?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people might not believe this, but I've actually read the Bible from cover to cover. And this was during back my horrendous times in boarding school. I should have been actually called boarding school instead of boarding school, but anyway. Yes, I've read it. So, no, I don't really need the Bible. No, I've read it.
Which other book would you take, and why?
Oh, it'd be J.R. Hartley. Has to be. Of course, a fishing book. Anything to do, because I'm going to be stuck in an island. I need to catch fish. So I need to learn how to catch the fish there. So that would be my book, a fishing book with techniques.
A luxury.
Oh.
Something to make your life a bit more bearable. Now remember, it can't be a phone and it can't be another human being.
Fishing rod to go with my fishing book, because there's no point in having the book and no rod to catch the fish.
Aye.
And then give a man a rod and teach him to fish, and he can eat all the time. So that would be me, a fishing rod and a fishing book.
Well, that was a surprise. Your final song
is by Christy Moore. It's called La Quinta Brigada, which was about the groups who went to fight in the Spanish Civil War. And it's just a very moving song, and another one that people, if anybody actually listens to me on here, should listen to the words of it, because there's a lot of young people died during this to fight to get rid of the fascists in Spain, Franco and his allies who'd got in tow with Hitler and Mussolini. So yeah, Quinta Brigada by Christy Moore. It's just another reason to get rid of fascism, which we don't need.
Dermot 67, Dermot, thank you very much for being a Desert Island Tim.
Thank you very much, Billy, and it was a good... Is that a wee boat I see around the corner there?